Gary Nasai Minasan. Today we are gonna talk about two new characters that is gonna get introduced in the future of Kamen Rider Geats. First one is Jean, second one is a frog called Kekera. Very weird stuff that we are gonna get in the DGP itself, but I just want to let all of you know when the time that I'm actually recording this video, I haven't watched episode 16. I'm not sure what is happening there in episode 16. So everything that I said is based on my knowledge in episode 15 itself. With that being said, let us focus on the guy before we talk on the frog. The guy supposed to be a huge fan of Ukiyo-S, like he is a huge fan of Ukiyo-S, something like that. So he is gonna join in the DGP not as a player, but I am suspecting this dude, this Jin guy, could actually be the new game master itself. Like he is gonna participate in the game as a new game master, but maybe kind of like a supervisor role or something like that. So I'm not sure what is it gonna be like, but really interesting stuff. And this is something that the series has been building on ever since the introduction of a sponsors that is like very interested in the progression of S and in the progression of some other character itself. So we also know that the Kurama Foundation is also one of the sponsors of the DGP itself. So we are really starting to question like the loot that has been dropped when you kill the Jyamato, is it by random or is it actually set by the DGP sponsors itself? Because if you really think about it, the power of Tycoon is increasing his luck every single time. But when you really think about it, like there has to be a sponsor that is so strong that they are able to manipulate the chances of Tycoon getting the boost rise buckle back to back in the first few episodes of Kamen Rider Geats. And the sponsors that is supporting Keiwa right now, based on what we know, according to the photo that I show you here, is this frog. This frog, Kekera, is the sponsors of Tycoon itself, is the one that is supporting Tycoon throughout the entirety of Kamen Rider Gears, throughout the DGP itself. So I'm really curious to see what is the relationship here between the frog and Tycoon, and what is this frog gonna do. I was like, when I saw this frog, my mind just went absolutely bomb. Okay, my mind was exploded right off the get-go, because remember, there is a theory back in the day before Kamen Rider Geats even debuted their first episode. There is a lot of theory about how this story is based out of yokai story, and you know, like, and Kitsune is one of the yokai, Tycoon Tanuki is one of the yokai as well. So seeing a frog that is able to talk, able to like wear some sort of kind of like a mafia suit, something like that, it really gave me the idea that maybe we're gonna see more yokais. Okay, more yokais is gonna enter the picture, and maybe at the end of the day, the Jyamato itself is also one of the yokais. We just didn't actually link them together yet at the moment of recording this video. So just take everything I said with a pinch of salt, and maybe take some time to really think about the possibility of the yokai existing, like controlling, secretly manipulating the world itself. Because one of the myth and legend of the Japan itself is that there is another world living together with our human world. They call it kind of like a waking world, and then there's the night world, the yokai world. And then in one of the festival, like human will sometimes accidentally slip into the yokai world, and yokai most of the time in the current, the current war story writing of yokai, the yokai doesn't seem to be a villain or a very heinous group of people. They are just different. They just look different, and they are living in their own world, separate realm from the human world. And if this is the case, then I would say this actually is really interesting as well, because if you really think about it, the power of DGP, the power of DGP to restart the whole world, to change the world according to the desire God wishes itself, it seems a little bit too powerful. I always thought that this power is like too grand, too far-fetched for a story to even be a part of the main storyline, and the character is able to achieve that so easily in every few episodes. So I'm really interested to see like how does the existence of this frog is gonna affect the rest of the story moving forward. And I feel like this is not the first time, I would say, other than Ankh itself. Ankh in Kamen Rider Oz is like one of the monster character in the show that is siding with the main character itself. But I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there is anything similar to this frog in Kamen Rider history before. Like, I couldn't actually think of anyone that is similar to the frog itself. Like, we got a few gadgets that have some sort of personality link into it, but we haven't seen something like this frog right here. Okay, so really crazy stuff here. I see a lot of people are starting to make fun. I wouldn't say make fun, but starting to give the impression that Tycoon is gonna go through a journey like Naruto because of the frog sensei here. The frog is gonna be the sensei, is gonna be the Jiraiya of Tycoon, and he's gonna teach him all the ways of how to fully utilize the ninja rice buckle and all those stuff. Okay, it is gonna be real fun. The story of Geats has been changing, and let me tell you, it is still too early to actually determine who actually will be the final villain of the show itself. A lot of people are actually saying that it is gonna be the DGP. What are you talking about? Stop with the speculating already. But dude, don't stop me from speculating. I want to speculate because that is part of the fun of watching Kamen Rider series with all of you. And if you want to be a part of that journey, you know what to do. You know what you need to do. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button, and you are on the way. Okay, we are in one big group, just some random ass guy sharing his random ass theory on the internet, and you can be a part of that random ass guy as well. That is all from me. Hope you enjoy, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.